So the first essential tip is understanding that you can move blocks around in Notion. Created an outline here for my next newsletter, and I'm just outlining some of the ideas I have. And what I like about writing in Notion versus Google Docs or Microsoft Office is just the ability to move bullet points around quickly and easily. So you can see it says drag to move. I can just take this bar here and I can drag one of these bullet points and move it up. Now B turn into A and A turn into B automatically. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard, pick different blocks. So anything highlighted is a block, or you can take the entire subheader here, so Y, and I can automatically drag this up and make this my first bullet point with all my subheaders. My second essential is to use header toggles. So you can create a simple header just by doing hashtags. So you can do hashtag 1 space, that's a header 1, or you could do 2 hashtags and that'll be header 2. But you can also do toggle headers. So this is just a regular header, but it's also a toggle. So you can hide content inside a large heading. So let's do heading 1, and I can do chapter 1. If you're on a Mac, you could do Command plus D and make duplicates of the toggle. So you can do chapter 2, chapter 3. And the nice thing is if we just create maybe some bullet points, and bullet points are super easy in Notion, you can do the dash here. That's a bullet point. You could do numbers, 1 dot, that's a number. You could also do a list or a to-do list. You could do open and close brackets and then space. What we could do here is we could, write a paragraph or create a list, and then we can drag, again, using that drag function, drag something into that H1 toggle, and then have a whole page, basically, a lot of content, and then we can just tuck it inside a toggle. I love doing this. Rather than having a bunch of different pages, you can create one master project and then just keep all of your different notes in here. My third essential is around this idea. Maybe you have a bunch of different headers, right? We have chapter 1, chapter 2, this should be chapter 3. Let's do chapter 4. It's chapter 4 here. Maybe we have a lot of different headers. What we could do simply is to create a table of contents. And this is so easy in Notion. All you do is use the slash command and you type in TOC, table of contents, and you'll see that I have all the different chapters here and I can go to them quickly and easily. And the cool thing is when you go down on this page, let's say you go down to chapter 10 or something like that, you can click on this top portion here, which is the title of the note. Click on here and it'll take you all the way back to the top. Essential tip number 4, which is using divider lines. And we can go back and use our slash command. We can find divider lines like that. Hit enter, and we can see we have a divider line. This is a nice way to separate different sections of your piece of content. But I think there's actually a nice, easy way to create a divider line. I think it's super intuitive, which is, let me delete this out of here. So I deleted that. What you could do is you could just use the dash that we typically do. If we do 3 of them, boom, we have the divider line automatically. So a really nice, intuitive shortcut to create divider lines on the fly. And that's why I really like about learning these shortcuts is you could do a divider line, you could do a bullet point, you could do a number, you can do a list. These things become muscle memory, and it's so easy and quick to organize your document based on what you want from it. Essential tip number 5 is to use columns. Columns are great for looking at information side by side. Especially something like a pros and cons list is really great for that, and Notion allows you to create up to 5 columns. The recommendation here is to go up to these 3 dots here, go to full width and turn that on. They'll just give you some more room. You can see that the page expanded and it's not centered anymore, it's to the left. And what we can do is we can do slash commands, we can type in column, we can see that we can create up to 5 columns of blocks. A trick here is you could, if you know the number of columns you want, you could do /2 or 3C, hit enter, and now you have 3 different columns. So we can do title 1, and then we can go this next one here, title 2. And let's say we wanted to turn title 2 into a header. So we could easily do this by, right clicking on it or left clicking on it and going to turn into, but a faster way to do this and to kind of do it really quickly on the fly without touching your mouse is to just do a space here, do slash, and then the command is gonna be turn. So turn, and it even kind of tells you, what do you want to turn into? And then let's say we turn into a heading 3. Automatically turns into a heading 3 title, and we can also turn it back. So turn into text, right? Automatically back to text. Really quick way to kind of fly through as you're making changes, changing the different types of blocks you want to use, is to use that turn by feature. The 7th and final essential tip I want to leave you with is using the @ function. So if we do @, you'll see that the / command has come up and it's giving us some suggestions so we can create a reminder for ourselves for this note. We can notify a person, or we can link it to a page, and Notion gives us some suggestions. But if we know exactly what we want to do, we can do this. We can use this really quickly. So we do @ and let's say next Friday. Yeah, let's do next Friday. I have a reminder here, and I actually have to click on it here and set the reminder. So on the date of the event, and now it's in blue, and blue says that it's scheduled. If this goes past due, it goes past next Friday, it'll turn red, and you'll be notified of the date of the event, however you set it, up here under updates. You can also do @ and you can suggest a certain page. So if I do YouTube and I find my YouTube page, I can link that here. I can link that here to this page here. And you can see one of the nice new features of Notion is when you do link a page and you just hover over it, you can see a preview of the page. It's a nice way to link pages together. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the cool features that I love in Notion. I love writing in Notion and using these different blocks and these shortcuts and / commands. I think it gets a little complicated, but I think these are some of the essential ones that really help you create and think on the fly. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one.